So first thing, figure out where I'm deploying. I've got emitter, 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 emitter. So, heck, we got a bunch of blue plasma to deploy in the blue plasma. We got a bunch of energy. We got a ship. So, deploy right there. Grab all that. Then what? Secure as much land as possible. We can secure down here really quickly. If we branch out to these two energy nodes, we can secure this land quickly as well. That's a bunch of power. We'll want to hit this one. There's an isolated emitter up here. So with the first military stuff I got, push up there, hit that, destroy that, take that land. From there, I can advance to these 3 islands. They're a nice barrier. I mire them, and any particles created by these 3 emitters will hit that land and provide a nice defensive wall. And from there, well, that one goes first. And, alright, I've got a plan. I've already got range to deploy an Omni. I'm still not entirely sure energy balance yet. So I'm going to go a little light. Okay, now I've got a thing. So I'm not entirely sure on energy balance yet, how much of any one thing I'm going to need. Or how much any one thing is going to eat power. So I'm not entirely sure how much I can build at one time, but it looks like at the moment... Okay, there it goes. I was wondering how I was doing so well in power. But I still got plenty to drain. So at this point I'm going to get a little aggressive with the corporate HQ. It's big, it's tough, it's armed, it's got a lathe. All of these things mean I can use it, at least in the early part of the game, to snag energy mines and it can still defend itself. I don't have to build 2 ships like I am now with the lathe and the destroyer. Destroyer's done. Got that. So now we can deploy an Omni. I'm not deploying all my Omnis just yet. I'm saving one for this up here. It would be more efficient power-wise, or I'd admire the land faster, but I want that island. Anyway, I can use this guy. Yeah, I'm bringing him outside of energy range, but he's got enough to snag a node, to snag a mine. And then he'll have all the energy range he needs. At this point, I'm not building anything, so now would be a good time to construct that second lathe. And yeah, I don't want to drain my power too fast. So at this point, I've been warned that the enemy can now build mines on energy things. So I've got to use lathes to destroy those. Awesome. There we go, we've got that. Time for the last Omni. Then I can push up with the lathe and the destroyer. Now I want to bring the destroyer up. So here's something cool. I can click on the destroyer to move him, or I can click on the destination I've already deployed to move him. I'm putting the destroyer a little closer in the hopes that the emitter hits the destroyer instead. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to push this HQ straight at that emitter, because that emitter looks like it's going to spit out. Looks like it's spitting out enough that it could take out or it could do some serious damage to the corporate HQ. So I'm going to wait until I've got a lathe as backup. And that lathe's taking fire, but I'm okay with that. It's not taking enough to matter. Although actually, let's bring the corporate HQ back. There's no reason to let it take that fire. And I'm ignoring the upgrades for now. I want to secure my terrain first, and then I can fly a lathe back there and take care of that. There, that's down. So let's move the destroyer in, actually. Move the destroyer in, and he'll cover the other lathe. And I'll use this lathe to snag that right there. I'll use this Omni to snag that Omni pickup, because Omnis are always good. Wait, why am I ignoring that right there? Get in there. Okay, so now we're going to use the destroyer and the corporate to take this out. I'm just kind of ramming my face into a lot of these particles. I know I'm going to take a few hits going in, but the front armor will take it. Cool. Get in there. So I've got these particles coming in here. Let's see what... Okay, so the mines can take a few particles. So now I've got a destroyer. Big, tough. Well, not enormously tough. Tougher than a destroyer, but a lot of guns. And that's important. So corporate ship's taken some hits, but as you can see, it's not penetrating the front armor. It doesn't have much armor, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Lathe is done over here, so let's bring the lathe up. Snag. No, it's not close enough. So you got to get the center completely in the ring. You can't just brush it like that. You got to get it completely in that tan ring for the lathe to work. And this guy, at this point I'm producing enough power. I don't really need that guy back there anymore, so we're going to destroy him. I'm going to drop an Omni there and an Omni there. Still doing okay on power, so we're going to deploy that cruiser. Still doing okay on power, so we're going to build the Joven as well. There it goes. I still got a bunch of backup energy though, so I don't really need to worry. Awesome. Don't really need this Omni anymore. Well, it'd be nice to have the power, but what I really need is another Omni here to secure that barrier. Actually, can I snag this emitter as well? Let's not do that, actually. Let's just get him ready to move. Let's just cancel his move. Alright. Cancel. Just move to exactly where you're at. There. Because I actually want the destroyer going in there first. Alright, destroyer push in. So he takes it in the face. Lathe push in. Would actually work better is if I just sent this Omni to hit it, but let's just hope that that little spinning ring doesn't go for the lathe, and it didn't. We'll set up there to help. And corporate ship will just fly in for coverage. Yeah, they're going for the lathe a little bit. But he can take it. So, cruiser's done. So start poking holes in that giant ring. Lathe did his job, so he gets to fly back. Scoot him over a little. Scoot him over a little. And I'm using the strafe command on these guys because I don't want them fully turning. I still want them facing the direction they're going. It's a lot more efficient. I should have used it on the lathe because he wouldn't have spent all that time turning. What I'm trying to do right now is punch some holes in this ring. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Let's get the Joven in there. And actually, that looks like it's going to be a bit of a pain, but this mine looks like it's going to be less trouble. So let's just... That guy's kind of building up a barrier, but he's not sending anything out at me, so... Let's just leave the destroyer there picking the edges, and we'll send everybody else over here to take out this energy mine, and then the emitter behind it. Super aggressive with my corporate HQ, but I'm pretty sure I can get away with it. Yep, there we go. I know I'm pulling them outside of weapons range, but hopefully, or outside of energy range. But I need to get outside of energy range to lathe that. There we go, lots of particles. There we go. So now I can get in there, take that guy out. Send in everything with a lathe so it kills it as fast as possible. Joven will fly back up. Joven's got such great range with its weapons and not a whole lot of armor, so it can sit in the back. we go. So now I just have to worry about this big guy here. Now I'm going to want to hit him from a side that I've got energy coverage on, so I'm going to hit him from the left and bottom. I know there's a waypoint command. Hold on, I'm going to pause the video and go look up the waypoint command. Okay, I'm back. Waypoint command is shift. So I don't want these guys flying through the particles. Shift apparently does not work. Okay. So we're just going to move them manually for now. So I got a big plan for that giant particle cloud, and it involves using the Jovan as bait. Jovan is so fast, I can get in there, I can get a bunch of them to charge it, and then I can just charge them straight into the land that I've already got heavily mired. And I don't have to worry about... because that's a lot. I'm not sure I've got the firepower to kill that. I've got no clue how dense that is. It's really bright, so I'm guessing pretty dense. Okay. So, Destroyer will run back up. Or Cruiser will run back up. Let's get a lay in there and snag that. Info dump there. The Jovan. Alright, here we go. Get in there. Yoo-hoo! There we go. Just pull it all back, although it's detouring. Okay, so I should have thought about the detouring. But still, most of it ended up hitting the land, which is heavily mired. So when I do it a second time, we're just going to keep everybody back. Send the Jovan in again. Yoo-hoo! There we go. We got a lot of it. Bye. And it all comes... Ah, I got it. It's detouring because it's hitting the plasma and it's riding the plasma. Okay, I'd say that's light enough now. And that's another thing that Jovan is for right there. Vaporizing the plasma so they stop doing that. Yeah, I can take that. Oof. There's a lot more left there than I thought. But let's take a look at the cruiser. Cruiser's still fine. So I'm getting a better idea of how much of a beating each of these ships can take. Okay. It's all gone. Let's get some blades in there. There. Get in there. Get in there. So I'll remember that next time if I'm trying that trick. Eliminate all the plasma between me and my target before I try it, so it keeps going straight at what I want it to go at. And done. So we established our economy base as quickly as possible. We then pushed out to the nearest and easiest to destroy emitters. We continued to secure barriers as we moved up so that we didn't have to worry about particle getting into our backfield very much, and just took the map piece by piece.